showing an act of humility, man. That's right. You're not the first person to do this, man. But when Christ come back, some of these brothers might remember your face, man. You might not get your head cut off, man. All right? Go ahead. Brother, you a part of this too. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and kiss this dad too, man. Nah, kiss him, man. All right? Whoop your shut up! 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 That's the faith, man. For all you devils, right? All you Africans, all you Chinese, go ahead and rise, Chuck. Right, you got yours? Don't sound crazy. Go ahead and rise, Chuck. All right, if you'd like to make a donation for the greater cause, so we can go out and feed the homeless people and clothe them, that'll be a due diligence, man. All right. And you showing an act of humility, man.
Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahashomer HaKodash, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Hey, Shalom. This lesson is based off this video I caught a few days ago from ISUPK, and they had this heathen, or what appears to be a heathen. This could be a Jake, bowing down and kissing all their feet, and you Israelites shouldn't be doing this. Like, this is not the time for the heathens to bow down and kiss your feet. And I know they like to use, I believe they like to use this scripture right here. I'll go ahead and read it. But this is speaking of the kingdom. This is speaking after the times to come, after these terrible times. Now is not the time for, like I said before, for heathen to be bowing down and kissing your feet, licking the dust. This is Isaiah 49 and verse 23. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. So, the elect, we're waiting, the hopeful elect are waiting for the return of Yahushai, and for it to fully signal that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is with us. Because once the Lord Yahweh sends his son Yahushai to take out all these different kingdoms, these different powers, the Russians included. Hey, the Israelites are going to rule, but now is not the time. Now is not the time for these heathen to be bowing down, kissing your feet, because one, hey, we're still in these defiled bodies, these bodies that can't do anything, these bodies that are constantly decaying. We're not in rulership. We don't have spiritual powers. But how's that scripture? A fool will not observe the time. This is Sirach 18 and verse 27. A wise man will fear in everything. And this is a thing to be fearful of. Getting your ego is up so high. You having people coming down, bowing down to you. You got your nice garments, your nice kicks on. All this, like you're living like a king, You're high up there. But hey, you're still in your enemy's land. The enemy is still ruling. Sirach 18 and verse 27, a wise man will fear in everything, and in the day of sinning, he will beware of offense. So, the day when it comes to your attention that you made a mistake, hey, you're gonna repent from that. But a fool will not observe time. So a fool will not even, how do you say it? Will not even question whether he's going off. Will not even, not even notice. Because you have that that Edomite looking guy down there bowing down, kissing your feet, but you don't have spiritual powers. You can't read minds. You're not. You're still, like I said, you're in your enemy's kingdom. You're in these wicked bodies. This is Sirach 12 and 10, and the point is in verse 11. Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So, hey, let's say this is an Edomite. You're not ever supposed to trust him, even though he comes and bows himself down. Oh, even though, hey, this is your enemy. This is your straight up enemy, your mortal enemy. Out of all the nations, this is the number one. All the nations are your enemies, but this is the number one enemy. This is the enemy that is constantly plotting against you, constantly trying to get the birthright back by any means necessary. Constantly doing wickedness, constantly at war with you. Verse 11, though he humble himself and go crouching, and in that video he said this is they were speaking about that man humbling himself down. This is a very humble thing that this man is doing, coming up and kissing the feet, all that. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. So, hey, even though, hey, this might be, even though, let's say if he was, even though he come down all crouching and kissing your feet and all this, you're still not supposed to trust him. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. So like iron rust. And you put a magnifying glass to this dude, you put a magnifying glass to iron, you're going to see that, hey, rust is there. This man is still wicked. This man is always going to be wicked. This man is the wicked. He can't do right. His spirit is not upright in him. He's always going to have wickedness on his mind. He's always going to want that birthright back. He's always going to look for a way to overthrow you. This is verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou shalt at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. So you're not even supposed to have this man anywhere near you, because he's constantly going to be trying to take your position. So even though he comes humbling and crouching and kissing your feet, hey, so what? Esau Edom is a fornicator. He's a weirdo. Hey, Esau Edom be into all kinds of weird shit. Into have like a humiliation kink. Get off on imagining Jake, doing the Sodom and Gomorrah on him. This man gets off on that. So how do you know, like, this dude bowing down, kissing your feet, come up looking all humble and stuff like that? How do you know this wasn't some kind of weird gratification for him? But, moving on. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 8. Now are ye full, now are ye rich. Ye have reigned as kings without us, and I would to the Most High ye did reign, that we also might reign with you. Because, hey, y'all have people bowing down to you. You're getting money from them. You're feeding the homeless, this and that and all that. Whatever, you got nice clothes. Hey, you're living like kings. You looking like kings. You got people bowing down to you like a king. But the rest of us, we're in low positions. We still got to go to work. We're working, having to pay bills, taxes, having to be around Edomites, all this. Which actually, I think I get that in the. Let me see if I can get that in the. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 8 in the NLT. You think you already have everything you need. You think you are already rich. You have begun to reign in the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's kingdom without us. I wish you really were reigning already, for then we would be reigning with you. Why? Because, hey, all Israel is going to be saved. But this ain't going to happen. Slack it. This ain't going to happen until Yahushua returns and puts all these other nations under his feet. And this hasn't happened yet. But you're already reigning. Which really, hey, you're lying to yourself. Let me see here. There's another. All right. Oops. This is Haggai chapter 1 and verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag of holes. So, considering, hey, what we're the state that we're in, we're still in captivity. We're still under these curses. Deuteronomy 28, verse 15 on down. This food isn't anything. This food is all polluted. The food is defiled. The food doesn't fill you up. The food has no nutrients in it. These clothes ain't worth a shit. These clothes actually throw us off because they're all mixed fabric, mixed with plastic. Just about everything in this kingdom is made out of plastic. No wonder you're getting sick, getting cancer, all these different diseases. Hey, and your money. Hey, everything's taxed out the ass. You're paying taxes on top of taxes. You're having to pay bills constantly. Something always popping up. This is Baruch chapter 3 and verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us. And we're still scattered in all these different lands, all across the world, looking like the other nations. Which, hey, this is a group. Hey, if you're not American, black, or whatever like that, you're a heathen. Which, hey, that makes pretty much all the Israelites heathens, because we're scattered into every nation, looking like every nation. Israel is a speckled bird. But behold, we are yet this day, Baruch chapter 3 and verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse. And are we not a reproach amongst all these nations? Do they not hate us? Do they not constantly talk trash about us? Are we not a byword and a proverb amongst these different nations? And to be subject to payments, and we're subject to payments, we got to pay for everything. For the want of all things, we have to go to our enemies. For water, for food, for clothing, for housing. Everything. Everything that you want to do here, and you got to go to Esau, Edom, or one of the other nations to go get it. Baruch chapter 3 and verse 8, again, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse. So we're here in captivity, where we've been scattered, here in Babylon the Great, and wherever else around the world. but you have heathen coming and bowing down to you while you're still in captivity, while you still had to go to work tomorrow, while you still got backaches. They tripping. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, our power. So, hey, we're our forefathers coming back. We're all paying for our transgressions. Hey, and the law, statutes, and commandments were only given to Israel, and we transgressed. We broke those commandments. This is Isaiah 64 and verse 6. But we are all as an unclean thing, and all our righteousness are as filthy rags. So it doesn't matter how righteous you think we are, or what righteous acts we do in these filthy bodies. Hey, all our righteousness is as filthy rags. It's still dirty. We're not clean. We're not worthy to have people bow down to us, kissing our feet. We're not worthy of any of that. Really, we're worthy of death. But through the mercy of Yahweh, through him sending his son Yahushua to shed his blood for the transgressions of Israel, to bring us back, to have mercy on us. This is Yahushua is worthy to be bowed down to, not us. But Isaiah 64 and 6, but we are all as unclean, Salakia, but we are all as an unclean thing, and all our righteousnesses are as filthy rags, and we all do fade as a leaf, and our iniquities, like the wind, have taken us away. So the point being, hey, our righteousness is as filthy rags. We're not worthy to be bowed down to. This is St. Mark chapter 1, and I'll start at verse 6. And John was clothed with camel's hair and with a girdle of a skin about his loins, and he did eat locusts and wild honey. Now, I believe this group also says that John the Baptist fell out the truth, which he didn't. You know. And verse 7, and preached, saying, there cometh one mightier than I after me, the latchet of whose shoes I am not worthy to stoop down and unloose. So this is John the Baptist, who Yahushua said that there is none greater prophet that was born of a woman. Is the greatest prophet, according to Yahushua, that they say fell out the truth. That he's saying that he's not worthy to even get down and loosen, to take off Yahushua's shoes, showing you how great Yahushua is, and showing you how humble John the Baptist was. But this man that was the greatest prophet, that said he's not worthy to unloose Yahushua's shoes. But you people are worthy to have people bow down to you when you're still in this wicked flesh. But the point being, the times to come, because these are things that you're going to be seeing, coming closer and closer to the end. Men bigging themselves up, these egos getting larger and larger, because what's coming in these last days is Jacob's trouble, where here it is, you're living and celebrating like a king, living it up, having people bowing down to you, all this and that. But the day's coming. Hey, these are going to be terrible times. Hey, you're going to have the MOTB, World War III, Jacob's trouble. This is Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. So these days are so terrible that men are going to be running around like women. Men are going to be terrified, especially since in these times, most of the men are effeminate anyway. And these men that are going to be running around terrified, they're not going to have Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai with them. The men of the Lord, they're going to be taken care of. That doesn't mean they won't be scared, but hey, you're going to be going through terrible times. You're not knowing whether you're going to make it or not. But hey, the Lord willing, hey, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to take care of you. But hey, the scriptures already say that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to take care of his elect. But just the times coming are going to be so terrifying. This Jeremiah 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So this time coming is Jacob's trouble. This is the time to come in and that is going to try the whole world. The whole earth is going to be in chaos, and you're going to have the MOTB, World War III, Jacob's trouble, famine, disease, pestilence, Edomites wanting to kill everybody, especially you, Jake. Civil war. People invading each other's houses for food. Terrible things happening. People starving to death. People committing cannibalism. These are terrible times ahead, and it's not the time to be having these heathen bowing down, kissing your feet. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16. And I'll start at verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. So these different Edomites, they're gonna be put in, especially those of the NWO, this new government that's gonna be coming up. And they're gonna be rounding up a lot of us. We're on different lists, and different things. We're gonna go to different concentration camps. No telling what's gonna be happening. We're gonna be thrown in prison, put in re-education camps, put to death. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. So hey, they're gonna try to re-educate you, get you to take the MOTB. Verse 69, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach, and trodden underfoot. Why? Because hey, if you consent to this, hey, you weren't built up. You weren't preparing yourself for these times. You were having a good time partying, having people bowing down, kissing your feet, all this and that, humiliating people, and all this instead of taking in this word. Instead of really getting a grasp of what's going to be happening, the terror that's going to be on the earth. Knowing that all this, everything that that you learn here in this world is going to become to nothing. That all the social order and all that stuff is going to be completely collapsed. Verse 70, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Hey, so they're gonna be coming after Jake, especially those that know they're Israelites. And they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So but they're not going to spare none. But what about that guy that was just bowing down, kissing your feet? And that might be the dude that comes up and kills you. But he was just bowing down, kissing your feet. Verse 72: For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. So the elect, they're going to come through this. They're going to be all the experiences that they're going to go through. Those are going to further refine them, make them better. They're going to make all these experiences going to make them stand out. It's going to make them like fine gold, and it's also speaking to how valuable that is. But this is Luke chapter 6 and 46. This is Yahushua speaking. And why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? So, hey, they were talking about Yahushua, and they said, I believe they said Most High Christ and all this, but hey, they said Yahushua. So it was like, why are you calling on Yahushua? Yahushua. Why are you calling on me? Let me read that again. Luke 6:46. And why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? So why are you calling the name Yahushua? Why are you calling on him, but you don't do the things that he said do? He didn't say to go out there and have people bow down to your feet. He said, just preach the word. Go out and gather mine elect. My sheep hear my voice. Which, hey, the Yahushua's sheep are scattered into every nation. And here it is, you're saying, hey, these other people, these so-called heathen-looking people are not Israelites, which they could be Israelites. Verse 47, whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings and doeth them, I will show you to whom he is like. He is like a man which built an house and digged deep and laid the foundation on a rock. And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock, and that rock is Yahushua. If you're firmly rooted, grounded in Yahushua, all the things to come, and they're not going to shake your faith. You're not going to fall out. You're not going to pass out. You're not going to faint or any of that. You're going to be he's going to keep you through all these times. Matter of fact, I think that's oh no, hold on. Uh, Verse 10. This is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So that doesn't mean you're not going to have to go through these terrible times, but hey, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Yahushai is going to keep you. He's gonna take care of you. He's going to protect you. And this is going to try the whole world, the entire world, and everybody that doesn't, the ones that have Yahushai, the ones that Yahushai is protecting, hey, they're going to be taken care of. The rest, hey, This is Luke chapter 6 and 49. But he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that without a foundation built an house upon the earth, which the stream did beat vehemently, and it fell, and immediately it fell. And the ruin of that house was great. So, hey, you're it's like it. Hey, you're calling on Yahweh Shai, but you're not doing the things that he said to do. You know, you're wearing sunglasses. You know, you got your there's nothing wrong with wearing sunglasses, but you know, you got these people bowing down to you, kissing your feet and all this stuff, which they might be Israelites, which if they are, that's going off. You know, you're intimidating the people. You know, you're doing this for an ego boost. But hey, when the actual hard times come, hey, this is saying that you're gonna fall. This is Matthew chapter 11, and I'll start at verse 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. So, hey, Yahushua is meek and lowly, to be humble. You know, when he was being questioned by Pilate, was he like, "Oh, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Do you know whose son I am?" He wasn't like that to Pilate. But he wasn't a complete pushover neither. He wasn't a pushover because he spoke with authority. You know, he taught with authority. You know, he's constantly confounding the scribes and the Pharisees. But he was never telling anybody or forcing anybody to bow down to him. Now, when he returns, and it's going to be a different story. This is Matthew 11 and 29 again. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. So, hey, you're going to find rest with Yahushua. Hey, you learn about him. Yahushua is written about all throughout the scriptures. This is Philippians chapter 2 and verse 7. But made himself of no reputation, speaking of Yahushua, but made himself of no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men. So, no reputation. So, G, is that 7? G2758. Kenuo, to make empty, to neutralize. So, hey, he wasn't, you know, bigging himself up in that time. You know, he only came to do his father's work, what he was sent to do. He wasn't there to at that time to live as a king, to have people bow down to him. The same thing like now. We're not here right now to have these heathen or other nations come and bow down to us. This isn't the time. The time now is to prepare yourselves for the coming times, to get right. Philippians 2 and verse 8, and being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross. So let's look at this word humbled. Tapaneo, to depress, so to bring low. He made himself low. To you know, he wasn't high up there. He wasn't a high ranking person. This is G5255. Hypekus says submissive, obedient. And he was obedient. So he's saying, hey, learn of me. We're supposed to model ourselves after Yahushua. We're supposed to be obedient. This is Matthew 10 and 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So we're supposed to be wise as a serpent. The serpent in all kinds of folklore is considered a wise animal. See everything that's coming. Know how to move. Use wisdom. It's not wise right now to do these things. And harmless as doves, meaning that nobody. Hey, it's just that doves are harmless. Nobody's threatened by a dove. But this is what Yahushua was teaching. How to carry yourself. This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. But the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will come as a thief in the night, into which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. And this is going to be loud. Those ICBMs going off, destroying this wicked kingdom Babylon the Great. And this day is fast approaching. And this is going to be the last day. This is speaking of that last day of Babylon the Great. Because there's not going to be anything here after that. So, but the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will come as a thief in the night, into which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. So everything here, this land is going to be scorched. Nothing here but desert creatures. Vultures, owls, jackals, foxes, rats, whatever. That's the only things that are going to be here. The ways of life that were here are going to be burnt up with it. Because when Yahushua comes, all this happens. It's going to be his rule, his kingdom. When Yahushua returns. It's going to be the kingdom is going to be set up after his rule. It's not going to be any more of this wickedness. Verse 11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? So harmless as a dove, wise as a serpent. Not giving off the appearance. We already know that we're in different what do you call it? Profiles. Whatever. We got different things on us, different dossiers on us, whatever. We already know that. But we're going to be blameless in the eyes of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Verse 12, looking for and hasting unto the coming day of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. So knowing that this day is coming, should you be having people bowing down to you? Like you're already ruling, knowing that this place is going to be destroyed, that this is not your kingdom? Living like you're in the kingdom when it isn't even here yet? Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. So we're looking, the elect, the hopeful elect, are looking for new heavens, a new earth, the kainos, renewed. We're looking for a righteous kingdom. We're not looking to have these heathen bow down to us while we're still in these wicked bodies, while we're still in the enemy's land, while we still got to go to work, while we still got to be next to Moses, still got to talk to him, still have these wicked Edomites, thinking they're better than us, not having any spiritual power. But Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, and peace and blessings to the 144,000. Shalom.